Today we're going to be building a Bale pyramid using the all-new Goweil DLC. All the equipment from the Goweil DLC pack for Farming Simulator 22. We're going to be going through everything and trying to build this giant Bale pyramid. Goweil. Goweil. I think that's pronounced correct. Someone correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, please. And also a huge shout out to G-Portal Game Servers for sponsoring today's video, but more on that later on. For right now, we need to go over all this equipment and what we're going to use it for. That's right, the Goweil DLC comes with 9 pieces of equipment, some of which we've seen before, some of which are completely new to Farming Simulator 22. And this DLC gives us the new ability, which is baling corn. Well, chaff to be exact. That's right, your chaff. You no longer need to put this into a bunker, guys. You can now bale it, which is something completely new. So let's quickly ramble through all the pieces of equipment we're getting with this DLC. Starting with, well, we have 2 different bale handlers. One for square bales, which is completely new. You can see it kind of pinches bales. And then we've got a round bale grabber, very similar to, well, some of the stuff we already have, but now it's a Goweil branded, of course. The only options available on these are if they are for a front loader or telehandler. Next up in the pack, we have 3 bale wrappers that are coming with this pack, one of which, well, it's the same old for the most part. This here is the G5020, and it's a standard round bale wrapper. It does have one option of having a bale flipper on the back, so the bales are put on their side rather than being able to roll. This here is the G1015, and this connects to a front loader or telehandler as well. It also has an option for a roller, which we've added on the bottom of this. This here is an interesting piece. Never seen anything quite like this. Goes on the front of a piece of equipment. You can go and, well, wrap bales with that and drop them as they are. And lastly, the G4010Q Profi. This one is interesting because this is a round and square bale wrapper, and it's self-propelled or self-actuated, I guess. You can actually go and hit a button on the side of this, turn it on, and it does not need equipment connected to it. Very cool. I don't think we've seen anything, well, quite like this in base farm sim. There's more to talk about with that kind of a feature, to be honest with you. Then we have our 2 balers. The G1F125 is a standard round baler. Nothing really out of the norm here, guys. Some tire options, but really this is a standard round branded round baler. And then the G1F125 combi, which is a round bale and wrapper. Once again, you've got tire options. Of course, you have the end turner on the back of this as well, so the bales can be turned up on their end. But once again, nothing we really haven't seen too much here. And then lastly, or maybe most importantly, or newestly, I guess, the Goweil Master. It's the LT Master F115 as well as the Vario Master V140. This is the V140. The only difference between the 2 of them, guys, is the smaller, the V1 or the F115 only does 150 mil bales. This one here, which is the V140, will do both. You have an option of doing 125, or you can do the 150 millimeter bales. It gives you the option to do both of them. It's an extra cost. It's about $20,000 extra in game. Just be aware of that. It does have the option of, once again, of having the end turner here for your bales, so it goes up on their sides. Now we are going to be going through and using pretty much all of this stuff, as we got some grass here to take care of, and you can see just over there we've got some corn that's ready to be taken off as well. I've got a large field right here where I want to build my bale pyramid, because I feel that that's a good show for what we're doing right now. Let's build a bale pyramid, shall we? I mean, a bale pyramid sure beats this stack. What is this? And why does it look like a concrete blanket's covering it? It seems pretty cheesy if you ask me. But you know what's not cheesy? The sponsor of today's video, G-Portal Game Servers. That might have been the best segue ever. No, but seriously, guys, have you noticed that recently all your favorite YouTubers have switched over to G-Portal Game Servers? It's not for just one reason, believe me. It's for a whole multitude of reasons. No, that's right. G-Portal Game Servers have proven themselves to be not only the fastest, but also the most reliable game servers out there. G-Portal Game Servers are super easy and super convenient to get up and running. You know what? You can get your server up and running in less than 3 minutes. G-Portal Game Servers are the best option for running multiplayer farms in Farming Simulator 22. It allows every one of your friends to join in when they have time. So if you're not on the same schedule, everyone can join in independently. It's not required a host to run. The game server is always active. So there you go, guys. Go get yourself a G-Portal game server. Click the link down in the description. That's going to give you 10% off right now. Go click the link. Go down in the description right now. Take a look. Click the link. It's going to give you 10% off your very own G-Portal game server today. So I'm going to start off with the headland, just doing a bunch of simple grass round bales, not wrapped. We'll wrap them later on. We'll make sure the G1 125 is working properly. Yeah, it looks like it is running just as you'd expect. Great sound effects though. All right, that should be enough for the round baler. Let's go grab the bale wrapper, the F125 Combi. Now we can wrap bales like this. This is of course fairly standard fare. There's not much different. There is some interesting animations. The sound on these is really good as well. I'll kind of let that go for a sec here as we go in and start grabbing some grass. And the animation once we get going here for these bales is fairly neat as well. I'm kind of liking that. There we go. And bale drops out, and it's going to start wrapping. There we go. Very cool. Nothing out of the ordinary, but still looks great as it's about to drop this bale. Now, I should say a quick thank you and congratulations to the 14 channel subscribers that won a copy of the Year 2 Seasons Pass during our past live stream. Congratulations, guys. You guys are awesome. Thanks for joining me in the live stream, and congratulations on winning that Year 2 Seasons Pass. Don't forget, if you have missed your chance and would like a chance to win next time we do a draw, make sure you subscribe to the channel and don't miss out on our live streams, because that's typically when we're doing our giveaways. So make sure you guys go down to the bottom, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss out when we are live next time and doing a giveaway. Probably won't be until the next DLC releases. And of course, if you didn't win and are still planning on picking up the Year 2 Seasons Pass, go check out the links in the description. You can pick it up right here, right now for PC players. We'll go down to the bottom and click the link, and yeah, pick up the Year 2 Seasons Pass now. Now, as far as wrapping bales post baling, we have, like I said, 3 new options. The first one here is fairly straightforward. I think we've all seen this before. The G5020 simply just grabs the bales as we go on up, and we'll wrap the bales on the trailer itself, and we can kind of transport the bale ahead of time and go up to the next baler as we need to. Like I said, there is an option on this for a bale turner if you would like to have it. So yeah, you can get your bales so they don't roll away on you at least. Let's drop this one off. Perfect. That's all there is to it, guys. Moving on to the G1015, which we have the telehandler option on. Very similar to the pull behind, I guess, but it's something we haven't seen before. One you can mount onto your telehandler or onto the front of a front loader. Let's go give this a shot. Have to unfold just like the pull behind, and then simply approach your bale, and it will automatically find it once it's in position, and there you go. You can move around once the bale is in. It's locked in place, and the wrapper will simply wrap your bale where it sits. Very cool, kind of different, and yeah, I'm kind of enjoying having this as an option. You can move the bale around, like I said, until you are ready to drop. That's when it'll release. Will not fall off this spot until it's been told to release it. It's kind of locked in place like that. There we go. Let's drop it right there and move on to our next bale. Yeah, more uses for telehandlers. I'm all game. We don't do enough with telehandlers. Let's get more uses for them. I like it. Very cool. All right, I'll do a couple of these, and let's go grab the last one. Now, guys, this one's a bit different. This is a stationary wrapper. Like I said, it's not meant to be pulled to the field. It is fully encapsulated, I guess. It'll handle its own job. You don't need to have anything hooked to it, as you can see right now. The telehandler I have does not have a PTO or anything, so we're just going to pull this here and disconnect. I'm going to activate, turn this bad boy on, and make sure it's on automatic drop as well. Now we just gotta go find a bale to go toss in. This one looks like it'll work just fine. Here we're using the new Goweil round bale grabber. Works fairly well actually, and does not seem to bind up at all. I've never had a problem with it binding so far. But building this pyramid, we're gonna need to get some good practice with it. Now it shouldn't matter how I set it in here. It should just grab it once I drop it. There we go. As soon as we move the bale grabber out of the way, it's automatically going to wrap for us. Perfect. Now, one of the interesting issues with this is, well, it's going to drop that bale beside and get in the way, but I'll show you what I mean. So it's automatically unloaded the bale and just put it down beside. Now, when this one's ready to unload, it's not going to be able to do it because that bale is stuck in that position until I come along and move it. It's one of the limitations of this, guys. And you know what? There's some other tools that have the same kind of limitation. Just be aware that yeah, the bales will not unload if it senses there's a bale there. As soon as I grab this one, if I lift this out of the way, it's going to drop it, and yeah, you're good to go then. Now, of course, the other kind of party piece of this particular wrapper, guys, is it does square bales as well as round. I don't think anything else can say that. And yeah, just simply drop our bale in, get out of the way, and let it do its thing. Perfect. Love it. It's simple. And of course, we're using the Goweil bale grabber, the square bale grabber as well, and it seems to do a decent job. It's not as good as the round bale, but still not bad. Try to come over and load this thing here as well, I guess. There we go. But yeah, both seem to work as advertised. Grab them and pick them up and move them around. And since we're talking about in-place wrappers, how about we go to balers now as well? The Goweil Vario Master right here, guys. This thing is pretty cool, but it is, well, it's an in-place bale and wrapper, and everything has to be picked up from the field and brought here. So there are a few ways, of course, to do that. Let's start by unwrapping this thing and getting it into place. Of course, we will need the power supply from the tractor in place here, otherwise it won't work properly. But the animations and noises this makes as everything unfolds is pretty amazing. I absolutely love watching this thing unfold and unfurl. It's also worth mentioning you can actually unfurl the entire piece of equipment from the panel right here. It will do it from here. You have an activation for that. Once again, I'd like to see this happen more often in the future, getting more equipment that has this option. Of course, the easiest way would just be using the loading wagon like we are right now to pick up the grass, just like we do for our bunkers. But instead of the bunker, no, we're dumping this into the bale machine, and you'll get an activation just as you get close enough. So you do need to have a rear dump, of course, on this. Putting a bottom feed dump of sorts is not going to work. There we go. Sped in, and yeah, now we are making bales. We're making bales. We'll automatically dump them as they come out here as well. They'll be ready to go. We'll activate that so it auto dumps, and there we go. Our bales are moving out. Glorious. I love it. It's like a plan came together. Easy, nice and easy. And the other nice thing is there is a screen here to bring up our menu. It tells us exactly how much product is in each part of the process right now. You can see we've got 3,500 inside, 12,000 in the main trough right now. And yeah, everything's working out as we need. But once again, we've got a small problem. Since this is stationary, bales will not unload once there's a bale in the landing spot here. So you're kind of stuck a little bit. And I mean, just be on top of moving your bales really is what it comes down to. That is as stuck as it gets. Move this guy out of the way. That bale should drop. Oh, you know what? We must have turned off auto load. Let's turn that back on. There we go. And I think we're back in business. Now, alternatively, you could put an auto load trailer or building like the new warehouse building right there, the shed building. We'll auto load the bales right into it. That's a nice option. One other kind of cool thing is the trailer will automatically dump more product into the trough here when it needs it. You don't need to be in the tractor. It'll automatically sense when there's room in here to dump more stuff in and do it for you. It's actually kind of a nice little system, so you can just leave a park here. They'll pump out bales while it's doing it and just automatically feed new product in. Now, of course, this will wrap straw, hay, grass, even wrap TMR. It will do with beets. It does pretty much everything you can think of, guys. It's a little bit crazy how many different things this does. It adds in, of course, the corn, the chaff as well, which is something we haven't seen before. Very cool. Just you gotta stay on top of this bale. Speaking of chaff, let's see if we can get a load of that and throw it through that baler, shall we? Don't mind the realism, kids. Don't mind the realism. Of course, same goes here. You want to make sure your truck is a rear dump and not a belly dump, because that just ain't gonna work. And just like our grass, our chaff goes in and is being turned into a silage bale. So you guys remember how I was saying this is a stationary baler? It doesn't work on the fly. Well, there might be a solution for getting the bales stuck here. Huge shout out to Tony MIF for this one. Tony, good job, buddy. Good idea. Start off by turning this thing off. There we go, and folding her up. There we go. Oh yeah, that's pretty satisfying to watch this thing wrap itself up. Love it. All right. Then simply put your tractor plus bale wrapper on a trailer that's attached to your forage harvester. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of there. Now, as long as you've got everything strapped down, you should be good to go. Should just auto load into it. I mean, this is a solution. It is definitely a solution. I don't know if it's the solution, but it's definitely a solution. Oh yeah, here we go. Bale's coming out. Just see how she drops. Not exactly the best solution, like I said, but I mean, I don't know what you really expect here. So because I'm not going to claim that this is the best solution, but I mean, hey, you know what? If you want to bale your corn, I guess this is a way you could possibly do it, and it does tend to work as long as you get everything kind of set up there perfectly. I love it. Kind of funny, to be honest. This is crazy. Anyways, good shout out to Tony for this. I'll put a link for his channel down in the description. Go check him out. Go give the guy a sub. The funny thing is, it actually manages to keep up too, which is pretty good. I mean, almost. It's slowly losing the battle, but it's taken a long time. So we're done our harvest on all these fields. I think I've got like 200 and some odd bales here. Should be enough to make our pyramid, I think. We'll start with our more difficult bales over here. They're a little tougher to grab. Come on, grab you. No. Oh, it usually helps if we're lined up. There you go. Just grab you. There we go. That works. And let's go set you up on the far side up here. I really should have done the math on how this is going to work out. I have no idea how many bales I needed for this. Well, we'll play it by ear. I think like 4 on the outskirts like this should be just fine. All right, and start to build our second row. Just kind of let that fall. That looks pretty good. Oh, that's cute. Look, we got a little mini pyramid now. That looks great. But we're not even close. Look at how many bales I got still to stack. This looks all right though. I mean, it's a good start. I think the telehandler I have has the longest reach of the ones that I currently have as well. So we'll see how far we can get. I think looking down here will give you the best view. Yeah, that's a 125. That's a 150. Somewhere down the line, I changed one of our wrapping implements to be 125s or 150. I think that, yeah, we changed to 150 on the main wrapper. That was unintentional. I was going to do 125s throughout. Whoops. You know what? That's never stopped me. When have I ever let making a mistake or realism stop me in the past, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. We'll keep on cranking these bales in. Get in there. Nice. So that looks like that's about the height I can make. I can hand bomb this last one. I can just kind of yank it up here. I don't really get much higher than this without going a little bit crazy. Let's see if I can just get this on top. Perfect. There we go. So we got them all on top. We'll see if we can get the rest of these kind of built up and around. I think that's as high as we're going to get. Maybe one higher if I can find a way to just yard it up here. So that's about 247 bales. Just don't look at the... You know, you're going to have to look at the top for a sec. It's... just got to find the right angle, that's all. Yeah, it's falling apart up there. You know what, to be really honest, Bale physics seem like they've gotten a bit better. I mean, this is extreme case, I get, but at the same token, it doesn't seem like it's... I'm going to leave that there. It's as bad as it was at one point. I feel like the bales are a little bit more... I can't believe I'm saying this right here, right now, but it feels like the bales are a little bit more stable. I just put this like right here. Stay there. Stay there, stay there. Oh, yeah. See, look at that. What a work of art. Okay, some bales have fallen. Some have not. Some are doing okay. Anyways, that'll do it for us today. Thanks again to G Portal for sponsoring today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Drop a like if you did. Don't forget to subscribe. And of course, thanks to all the channel members. Cheers to you guys. We'll see you guys in the next video. You guys are awesome. Cheers, crew.